Ever feel like Earth is trying to tell us something? Well, it kind of is. Earth is running a fever. Since the late 1800s, Earth's temperature has risen by more than 1.2 degrees Celsius. That might sound small, but even a little warming causes big changes for our planet. Imagine having a fever, even a slight one. You'd feel it, right? Well, Earth is going through the same thing. All that extra heat is changing climates and shifting weather patterns, making storms stronger, rains heavier, and droughts longer. These changes are putting ecosystems and all of us under serious stress. But before we explore what's causing temperatures to rise, let's clear something up. Climate and weather are not the same thing. Weather is what's happening outside. Sunny, stormy, snowy. It changes by the hour, day, or season. Climate, on the other hand, is the average weather in a place over several decades. That's why deserts stay dry, rainforests stay wet, and why you don't pack snow boots for a trip to the tropics. Has climate changed before? Yes, but not like this. Let's take a quick time jump through history. Millions of years ago, drifting continents changed ocean currents and global temperatures. Tens to hundreds of thousands of years ago, small shifts in Earth's orbit triggered long ice ages. Over shorter timescales, like decades, the ash of large volcanic eruptions blocked sunlight and temporarily cooled the planet, while fluctuations in solar energy caused subtle shifts in climate. That was nature doing its thing. But today, Earth's heating up very quickly. And this time, it's because of us. So what exactly is speeding things up? First, let's talk about what keeps Earth warm. It's a natural process called the greenhouse effect. It's not new. It's not dangerous. Without it, we'd be living on a giant frozen rock. Here's how it works. Sunlight reaches Earth's atmosphere. Some energy bounces back into space, but much of it is absorbed, warming the land and oceans. Greenhouse gases, like carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide, trap some of it like an invisible blanket. But now, the blanket is getting thicker. Because of human activity, there are more greenhouse gases in the atmosphere than ever before. So where's all this extra gas coming from? Carbon dioxide is the biggest driver of climate change today. For ages, carbon dioxide levels stayed low and steady. But since we started burning coal, oil, and gas to power factories, cars, and homes, huge amounts of it started building up in the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide isn't working alone either. Farming leads to emissions of very potent greenhouse gases, methane from livestock, and nitrogen oxide from fertilizer use. Waste in landfills also releases methane. At the same time, we're cutting down forests and destroying wetlands, removing nature's best tools for absorbing carbon dioxide. But wait, does global warming mean the same thing as climate change? Not quite. People often mix them up, but they are not the same. Global warming is the rise in Earth's average temperature, caused mostly by increase in greenhouse gases emissions. This warming leads, for example, to melting glaciers and rising sea levels. Climate change is everything that happens because of this warming. Because of these changes, people are losing homes to floods and fires, economies are taking hits, and animals and plants are struggling to survive. So yeah, words matter. Global warming heats the planet. Climate change shakes the world, which brings us to the most important question of all. What happens if we don't change course? If greenhouse gases continue to build up, Earth could heat up by 4.8 degrees Celsius, or more, by 2100. That's not just a little warmer, that's life-changing. If we act now, cut emissions, shift to clean energy, protect forests, we can limit warming to under 2 degrees Celsius. That means big changes in how we power our homes, how we grow food, how we manage waste, how we build cities, what we buy and how often, how we treat forests, and how we travel. Changes that are fair, fast, and focused on the future. That's what Goal 13, Climate Action of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, is all about. Adapting to climate impact where we must, reducing emissions where we can, and creating a world that serves both people and the planet. Because the next chapter is still being written, and you've got the pen.